Okay. So you might have observed that a lemon in a glass of water appears bigger than its actual size when viewed from the sides of a tumbler. So we are observing this while we are going to take a soda, and at the vehicles the glass in the glasses the lemons will be kept, and you can observe there the image of the, and the lemon will be looks bigger and it will be comes upside of the water. What is the reason for that, and how can you explain this change in the size of the lemon? Can you explain this? Means we can explain, and let us see. Can you draw a ray diagram to explain this phenomenon? Let us find out. And this one is image formation and derivation of curved surface formula. First, consider a curved surface separating two media of refractive indices n1 and n2. First, consider a curved surface. Consider a curved surface, and which one is separating media refractive indices of n1 and n2. These are the two medias, and this one is the denser media. This one is the denser media. And this one is the rarer media. Consider a curved surface separating of two media of refractive indices of n1 and n2, and this one is refractive index y n1 and this one is refractive index n2, and a point of object is placed on the principal axis at point O, and this one is the pole of the curved surface, and this one is the principal axis of the curved surface, and a point type of object is kept at point O. A curved surface, a point type of object kept at O on the principal axis. The ray which travels along the principal axis passes through the pole undeviated, and the light ray, this is the principal axis, and the light ray is going through the principal axis, and will deviate or not means we can say it will not deviate. We have already learned about this. And the next one, the second ray which forms an angle alpha with the principal axis meets the surface at A, and the second light ray also we are taking, and this one is going from this same point only, but it is making with some angle with the principal axis, and it is intersects at point A on the curved surface. The angle of incident is θ1. The angle of incident is θ1. First, draw a normal line from this point. And the angle between the normal line and incident ray is called as angle of incident, and this one is θ1. And the ray bends and passes through the second medium along the AI. The angle of refraction is θ2, and after incident on the curved surface, the light ray bends in the second medium and goes towards the AI direction, and the angle of refraction between the normal line and refracted ray is θ2. Just think this is θ2. The two refracted rays meet at I, and the image is formed there. The two refracted rays, and this one is the first light ray and this one is the second light ray. First light ray is without deviation and going past through the eye, and second light ray is going with some angle with the principal axis and meets the curved surface at point A, and after bends and is going through the second medium along with the AI direction. And then two light rays, this light ray and this light ray, both are meeting at some point AI, and this will be the image point of the O. Let the angle, and this one is the center of curvature, and draw a normal line towards the principal axis. Draw a normal line towards the principal axis from the intersecting point of A. Let the angle may be second refracted ray with the principal axis be gamma, and the angle between the normal and principal axis be beta. And just think, this is angle gamma, and the angle between the refracted ray and second refracted ray and principal axis, and the angle between the normal and principal axis, think just this is beta. From the figure, PO is the object distance which we denote U, PI is the image distance which we denote as B, PC is radius of curvature which we denote R, N1, N2 are refractive indices of two media. Okay, just write the terms there. So this one is the pole of the surface. And first, what is the object distance? PO. PO is object distance. And it is indicating by which letter? U. And PI, look at the figure, and PI is the image distance. PI is the image distance, and this one is small b. And next one, PC. PC is the radius of curvature. PC is radius of curvature. Radius of curvature, and this one is indicating by capital R. And anything is else there? Right. And N1 and N2. N1 and N2. Both these are refractive indices. Refractive indices. Right. Can you establish any relation between the above mentioned quantities? So, based on this U, V, R and N1 and N2, can you establish any relation between these 5 letters? Find out. Can we find out and can we establish any relation between the U, V, R and refractive indices N1 and N2? Let us find out. So, from the figure, we can observe if you observe the figure, and we can observe some triangles are there, and triangle ACO and triangle ACI. We can observe the two triangles are there, and right there. From the triangle, from the figure first, right here, from the figure and from the triangle ACI, from the triangle ACO, we can observe one thing here, and angle is here, and theta 1 is here, angle alpha is here, angle beta is here, and this one is the external angle, and these two alpha and beta are the internal angles. And based on the triangle rules, in a triangle, external angle equals to sum of the opposite internal angles. Then we can write there what is the external angle is there? Theta 1. Theta 1 equals to what are the internal angles? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta. And the next triangle, what is the next triangle here? ACI. We can take the ACI. And from triangle ACI, we can write, once observe this picture, ACI, what is the external angle here? Beta. Beta is the external angle, and what are the internal angles? Theta 2 and gamma. So we can write here, what is the external angle there? Beta. Beta equals to, what are the internal angles? Theta 2 and plus gamma. And from this equation we can write theta 2 equals to beta minus gamma. Beta minus gamma. And from the Snell's law, from Snell's law, what is Snell's law? N1 sin 1 equals to N1 sin theta 1 equals to N2 sin theta 2. N2 sin theta 2. And here we have theta 1 value and theta 2 value. Substitute the values here. N1 sine. What is theta 1 here? Theta 1 means alpha plus beta. Theta 1 means alpha plus beta. And n2 sine theta 2. Theta 2 means what? Beta minus gamma. Theta 2 means beta minus gamma. Just think this is equation 1. And here in the middle formula we have learned something there. If the two light rays are going very closer, that means almost these two light rays are going from the one place, and these two light rays are called as the paraxial rays. So if the light rays are paraxial rays means these values will be smaller, and we can write these sine values. Sine alpha plus beta equals to sine alpha plus beta becomes to alpha plus beta, and sine beta minus gamma will becomes to beta minus gamma. So we can write this value from equation 1. From equation 1 we can write n1 alpha plus beta equals to n2 beta minus gamma. n1 alpha plus beta equals to n2 beta minus gamma. So from equation 1, if we substitute the values n1 plus alpha plus beta equals to n2 beta minus gamma, and expand this n1 alpha plus n1 beta equals to n2 beta minus n2 gamma. Just think this is equation 2. And from the figure, since all the angles and alpha, beta and gamma, theta 2, theta 1, since all the angles, if we think all the angles will become very small, means we can write something here. Since all the angles very small, so we can write here tan alpha equals to tan values. Write the tan values. Alpha equals to what will be opposite by side. Opposite means what? An. Tan alpha equals to an by side means what? No. An by no. And in the same way we can write tan beta value. Tan beta equals to what? Beta. Tan beta equals to opposite an by side nc. An by nc, all the angles, and tan gamma equals to what? You can write gamma equals to an by ni, and just before I writing this, we thought that all the angles are very small, so tan alpha will becomes to alpha, and tan beta will becomes to beta, and tan gamma will becomes to gamma. Now substitute these values in this equation 2. n1 alpha value means what? n1 alpha means what? an by no. n1 into an by no, and plus beta means what? an by nc. Beta in n1 into beta means an by nc equals to, we can write, and n2 beta means n2 beta means what? an by nc. An by nc, and gamma means an by minus n2 into an by ni. So here from these values, all the angles are very small. If we think tan alpha equals to becomes to alpha, tan beta will becomes to beta, tan gamma will becomes to gamma, and substituting these alpha beta values in this equation 2, we can write n1 into an by no, and like this. And here one thing is remaining here. If this light ray, normal light n, coincides with P, this is we have already learned in the middle formula, and these 2 points will be coincide means then n will becomes O. N will becomes O. Then we can write again n1 into sorry, n becomes p. Okay, so if the right rays, if the normal line coincides with p, n and p both will be same. So we can write n equals to p. Then this equation will change as n1 by p. an r will cancel. n1 by po plus n1 by pc equals to, we can write n1 by pc minus, sorry, n2 by pc minus n2 by pi, and we have some values here. So here they are already mentioned here, and we can take those values. Object distance means this side, and we can take this object distance as minus, but that means this will be the opposite direction to the light ray direction. And here image distance means this is in the same direction of the light ray direction, and it will be taken as positive, value, and this one is minus. And the radius of curvature means PC also in the light ray direction, and it will be taken as positive, and substitute these values here. PO means what? n1 by PO means minus u, plus n1 by PC means r, and equals to n2 by r minus n2 by v. So bring the same things one side, and we can write n2 by, bring this on this side, n2 by v minus n1 by u equals to, and these are same, so we can write n2 minus n1 by r, This is the equation. By using this equation